Today on Larry King Now, the hilarious Mike Epps on his new AOL web series, That's Racist.
We have our own stereotypes. And because I'm a comic, I made it funny. And I wanted to educate people on it. And I actually got educated on it when I shot it myself, so.
On the infamous Deflategate scandal.
Yeah, the Patriots, man, they America's team, man, you know. All the police won their bets. Hernandez won. Honey buns in the jail cell.
Plus,
I like Justin Bieber. I think.
I like him too.
Yeah, I think he should have got a couple ass whoopings when he was a kid. He would have.
It's all next on Larry King Now. Since beginning his professional career by joining HBO's Def Comedy Jam in 1995, Mike Epps has been a jack of all trades. He starred in hit films such as The Hangover, 2 of the Resident Evil movies, and the 2 sequels in the Friday trilogy. And now the actor, writer, producer, and comedian is bringing levity to the subject of race as the host of the new AOL original series, That's Racist. We welcome him to Larry King Now. Thanks for coming, Mike.
Thanks for having me, Larry.
What is That's Racist all about?
That's Racist. Well, first of all, it's the title, That's Racist. A lot of people think it's a show about racism, but no, it's not about racism, Larry. It's about stereotypes that all races have about each other. We have our own stereotypes. And because I'm a comic, I made it funny. And I wanted to educate people on it. And I actually got educated on it when I shot it myself, so.
How many shows are there?
I want to say 12.
Let's see a clip from, let's watch a clip from That's Racist.
You got the business? How you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
Dude, you don't look like no terrorist.
That's funny, man, because you don't look like a thief to me.
A thief?
Black people steal.
They say we steal.
That's what I was always told.
And I was always told that Muslims hijack airplanes and blow them up.
See, I was always told black people like to sell drugs on corners.
And I was always told that you came in on this little carpet right here.
Mm-hmm. I was always told that you probably came in on some car with 40-inch rims.
And you were told correct, because I do have a car with 40-inch rims.
I get it. That's a great idea. So there's a whole series of things, whites, blacks, Jews, debunking racism.
Right.
Are we too sensitive when it comes to making light of this, do you think?
It is. And I mean, you know, nowadays, I mean, you know, the way things are going these times, I mean, I think it's great to have. We need to lighten it up some type of way and get each other off each other's back. But I think it's funny. I think it's funny to shed the light on things that we've always been curious about. And it's, why do they think black people like chicken? I'm like, I'm learning as I live every year and blessed to wake up in the morning that everybody like chicken. You like chicken, Larry?
I like fried chicken.
See what I'm saying?
I don't like chitlins.
No, you don't. You thought I said chitlins, didn't you?
What's your reaction, or what's your opinion on the reactions from people in communities like, you did this before Ferguson, right?
Right.
Do you think they'll react well to this? You think people there might take this a little not too well?
Maybe a few of them. I mean, people that don't have a sense of humor that, you know, people, maybe the radical people might use it as an excuse to be upset about something. But like I said, I cover every race. I covered a lot of races. It wasn't just black and white. I talked about Asians. I talked about Jewish people. I talked about everybody. So.
I think it's good to laugh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What was your reaction, though, to the Eric Garner case in New York when they didn't indict that cop?
Yeah, I was upset about that.
I mean, that was absurd.
Yeah, that was just blatant, you know. And I mean, the whole time I was thinking to myself, like, can we get one cop? Can we have one guy go to jail? I mean, at least one of them. Nobody went to jail. Nobody got
No
indicted.
cop does anything wrong.
Yeah, so I'm like,
You grew up in Indiana and Atlanta, right?
Indiana.
Were you ever profiled by police?
Oh yeah, Indiana. You know, Indiana's.
How do you get really used to that? That would
really
drive
don't.
me nuts.
You really don't get used to it because it's something that, you know, even though you expect it, you still can never believe it. You know what I mean? Like, I expect for him to pull me over after I ride past him. But after he does it, you just like, I still can't believe it.
And what does he say when you say, "Why did you stop me?"
Oh, you know, they got a numerous ways to reasons to pull you over, but that's just a good lead in to, can you step out the car? Do you have any drugs or guns? Sometimes police say, you have any drugs and guns? I said, no, I left them home, sir. They at home. If you want to follow me home.
Do you ever think, as a black man in 2015, that we're still talking about race in America? It's been so many years since slavery.
Yeah.
Why is it still around?
I mean, because as a black race, we've come so far but haven't went nowhere, you know, in a lot of different ways. You know, it's always been tough being African American in America, you know, and as a comic, as a wealthy black person, as a poor person, all the way around the board, you're constantly reminded that you black and that you are different.
But we elected a black president twice. Do you think that might have inflamed it a little because it increased the hatred on the other side?
No doubt. We was gonna get punished for that. We was gonna get punished for that. We screamed and hollered. I'll never forget my mother and auntie. They jumped all over and went crazy. Obama. And now you ought to listen to the black people now. They're like, oh, he said, let's get him out of there then. Get him out of there. Drug dealers ain't making no money in the hood.
Up next, I'm going to ask Mike, as a Colts fan, what he thinks about Deflategate. We'll also talk about his new role. He's going to play Richard Pryor, a guy I knew pretty well. Don't go away. We're back with Mike Epps. The new series, That's Racist, is on AOL. And is it started already, or when does it start?
Oh, it's already started. We've already showed, I think, 5
So
episodes.
it's 12 altogether.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to watch them all.
Yeah, check them out, Larry. You're going to enjoy that. That's right up your speed. This is your type of humor right here.
What'd you make of the Super Bowl? Why didn't they give the ball to Lynch?
They wanted they didn't want Lynch to get the MVP. They wanted Russell Wilson to get it. So you lost the ring. You took a chance on.
You believe that?
I really do. I believe that they didn't give it to Marshawn Lynch because he wouldn't cooperate in the media, and it's too much hype around him. And I guess whatever he represent, which is the hood, you know.
They want to win the game. Come on. And the coach always stood up for him.
Okay, who called the play then? Somebody called that play. I think the coach might have got paid to do that.
You're a conspiracy guy, right?
Yeah. I know. I'm telling you.
Oh, by the way, you're going to play Richard Pryor, huh? Tell me about that.
Man, I'm scared. I'm more nervous than the hoe in church right now. You know how nervous that could be.
You signed on to play it, though, right?
Yeah, well, at least they said I'm playing it. Lee Daniels is directing it. Oprah Winfrey is supposed to play the grandmother. And I'm so ecstatic about this, Larry. I'm so honored to even be considered or chosen to play the greatest of all time.
Is it true that he inspired you to go to comedy?
No doubt. Everybody listened to Richard Pryor. And Richard Pryor was on stage when I was born. I was born in 2005. And No, I'm just kidding.
I know. You're a great-looking 10-year-old.
But I was born in 1971, and I was doing my homework and stuff, and I checked it out, and Richard Pryor was on the stage the same time I was born.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That was so it's like
The doctor smacked my butt, and he smacked the at the same time.
Instead of crying, you laughed.
Yeah.
What was great about him? What made Richard Pryor special? I interviewed him a few times, but to the young people who maybe haven't seen his work, what made him special?
I think Richard Pryor was, he was kind of like he was definitely the bridge and the liaison culturally for black people. And he is hip-hop. I believe Richard Pryor started hip-hop, you know, because that's what hip-hop is. It's a rebellious form of music. And that's what Richard Pryor was. I mean, if you think about it, Richard Pryor was talking about what's happening right now with racism and police brutality and, you know.
Had Lenny Bruce before him.
Yes.
Lenny Bruce was talking about things we're still talking about today.
Yeah, but Lenny Bruce was not a black man. So Lenny Bruce was, you know, he chose to go through whatever he wanted to go through.
But he was ahead of his time.
He was ahead of his time and great, and a great comic. But Richard Pryor knew what racism was and knew what it was to come through it. And I think that's what made him very, very unique. Because he was saying stuff he wasn't supposed to say.
David Oyelowo from Selma fame, Zoe Saldana is going to be in this movie. When did they start shooting?
No, that's a different movie. That's a different movie. That movie there is a movie called the Nina Simone.
Oh, that movie. I saw that up in Sundance.
Yeah, that's a different movie. You seen that movie?
I was there. I didn't get to see it. I was at the Nina Simone party, though.
Cool. That's a different movie. I played a scene of Richard Pryor in that movie. This movie here is the
all
movie
about Pryor.
Yeah, it's all about Pryor. The movie that his wife.
Is it going to be scary to play someone you revere so much?
It is. It is, but I feel well connected to him, and I'm going to trust and hope that he's going to be with me in spirit as I represent him, Jack.
What's your take on the whole Bill Cosby thing?
Nah, you know, I love the Bill Cosby Show. I grew up watching the Cosby Show, and hey, man, you know, ain't shit but hoes and trick. No, I'm just kidding. Said you had Snoop Dogg on the show. I had to drop one of his songs.
You're still doing stand-up, right?
Yeah.
So what are you now? You're an actor, a comedian, you produce, you got your own shows.
Yeah, man. I think it all sums up in one sentence. Bills.
What?
I gotta pay my bills, lad.
Oh, bills.
Yeah.
I get it. That was too hip.
That was too.
That was so hip the band didn't get it.
What if I'd have said hoes?
More with Mike after this. Don't click away. Back with the very talented Mike Epps.
Yes, sir.
This is AOL Original Series, That's Racist, is playing now. I got to ask you about a controversial picture you posted on social media. It shows a black man whipping 3 white men in a cotton field.
What?
The picture has since been deleted. Will you tell me what that's about?
They said I did that?
Yeah, didn't you?
Yeah, I did it.
Okay. What were you saying?
Oh God, my
Mike?
mother's gonna kill me.
Well, they deleted it already, right?
Yeah, they deleted it. I just thought it was a funny picture. I mean, you know, it was a funny picture. It was a picture of Martin Luther King in the sky smiling, and it was a black guy with a belt, his own Gucci belt that he took off his pants, and those were his friends, and they said, "Come on, act like you're whooping us," and he put the caption of Martin Luther King up there.
I see. So it caused an uproar and it was pulled?
Yeah, people got upset about it. Well, I took it down because people were saying, "Oh, Mike Epps, man, I ain't coming to your shows no more." So I said, I better cut that off. I got to pay my bills.
Yeah. Okay, you are an interesting person.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Let's lighten things up a little.
All right.
Let's game of If You Only Knew. I just throw some questions at you. Okay?
All right, cool.
Who's the first girl you ever kissed?
This fat girl named Bertha.
Fat. Where was this?
Indiana.
What city?
Or what part of her body? Oh, Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I think 2 months. Oh, no. I was 12. 12.
Well,
Yeah, 12.
You ever find out what happened to Bertha?
Yeah. She's the mother of 4 of my kids.
You married her?
No, I didn't marry her. I got famous and left her.
You kidding me or not?
No, serious.
You
She's still
first
there.
kissed her at 12
Yeah.
and fathered 4 of her children.
Yeah.
You support her?
No, the kids are grown and ugly now, so I don't have to. Now all my older ugly kids,
Are you putting me on?
No, serious. My kids, all of them are like 35 apiece now.
Was Bertha fat?
Bertha was huge, man.
But you must have liked her.
I did like her, and every now and then I go see her still.
Did she remarry?
No, she didn't remarry. I'm
What-
paying her not to remarry nobody. I'm saving her.
What's your favorite city to perform in?
Gary, Indiana.
That's a tough town.
It is.
The number one
Got
movie
some of the best
fans,
drugs in the world. Go ahead.
when movie fans approach you, what's the number one movie they talk about?
They call me Day Day.
From?
You ever heard of Day Day?
No. From what movie?
Oh God, Black Doug, The Hangover. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I played a black guy in the
If you
movie.
could have you played a black guy.
Yeah.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Whew, if I could have a superpower, it would be keep the weed house open 24 hours because they close around 9:30.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the one I go to.
I'd like to be invisible. What's a pet peeve? What bugs you? Mike?
Yeah, because I didn't know what pet peeve mean at first.
What
bugs me? What bugs me is that my mother-in-law wants to be famous.
Why does that bug you?
Because she want me to make her famous, and I can't make her famous. She's like, she don't have any talent. She got more talent as a hamster. She's not talented.
What's a guilty pleasure you have?
Woo! You want me to just run them off? Or you want me to just say
Give me
one?
one or two.
One or two? A guilty pleasure. I said one earlier. Bertha and weed.
Weed. Okay, a new comedian on the scene you really like.
New comedian that I like on the scene. I like this young guy named Duval.
Don't know him. It's good.
Yeah, a little guy named Duval.
Something that always makes you laugh.
Something that always makes me laugh is when you meet 2 girls and they're just behind. Every time a girl says, one of her friends say something to you, her friend looks at you behind her backs and go like, "He's crazy."
And that makes you laugh.
Yeah, it makes
You
me
run
laugh.
into that a lot?
All the time. You don't know who to talk
Who's
to.
your favorite musician?
Tupac Shakur.
If you weren't in the entertainment business, what would you be doing?
I really don't want to say this, but I really believe this. I think I would be a fluffer for midget porn. Like I would.
Or what?
A fluffer. I think I would keep. I don't know what This is what.
Porn movies?
No, not make porn movies. It's the job on the set, Larry. That's about. I don't know.
Okay, all right, I get it.
Right.
What's the best thing about living in L.A.?
You can go from the mountain to the beach in one day. You can go from the snow to the beach in one day.
That's a great thing about it.
Wow.
Nothing like it. What's the worst thing about living here?
The worst thing about living in LA is it's so beautiful that it's kind of hard to see the evil.
And that's
coming.
worse.
Yeah.
Because you know evil's coming.
Yeah, it's just so beautiful.
Why would anyone leave here?
I know, man.
You live in Beverly Hills, right?
On camera, yeah.
I can come to my bagel shop, Brooklyn Water Bagel.
Where's your bagel shop?
Beverly Drive.
Beverly Drive?
Yeah, south of Wilshire. Great bagels.
I always loved you, Larry, man. I always wanted to meet you, man.
I love you, Michael.
I'll never want my mother to meet you. You might be my stepfather.
That's Racist, the original comedy series. It's on on AOL. Up next, we'll wrap up with some of your questions for Michael from social media. Stay with us. We're back with Michael Epps. The weed store was open this morning.
It was.
What can you tell us about season 2 of Survivor's Remorse?
Survivor's Remorse season 2 is going to be exciting. It's going to be great. Mike O'Malley's the writer. Tom Warner is the producer.
Oh, I love Tom.
Oh, man. He produced Bill Cosby
He
show.
owns the Red Sox.
Yes. Yeah. And this show is going to be great, man. I play Uncle Julius on the show. And
How would you describe Uncle Julius?
I think Uncle Julius is your typical, uncle. Somebody that's glad to be around you because you have money, but also there for you as a friend and genuinely happy for you and there for you, whether you had nothing, whether you had money or not. Uncle Julius will be there for you.
You're currently shooting a film in which you star alongside Mike Tyson and Perez Hilton. Mm-hmm. It's called Meet the Blacks.
Mm-hmm. It's a movie called Meet the Blacks. I'm Carl Black, and my family is black, and we move into this neighborhood, and the neighborhood is getting purged.
Purged?
Yeah, like the movie Purge. They're having a purge the same day that we move into our house. So all my bill collectors and all my hoes, everybody's coming back to purge me.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Okay, we have some social media questions.
Okay.
Rick Miller Art on Instagram. What's your favorite city to perform in? You said Gary, Indiana. Why?
Because Gary, Indiana is like the last place in the world that people would really go to, but it's got a lot of soul to it, man. That's where Michael Jackson's from.
That's right.
I'm from Indiana.
There's a song about it.
Yeah. I really love Indianapolis, though. That's where I'm from. I love Indianapolis.
What'd you make of Deflategate?
Deflategate? Oh, man. That was pretty messed up.
Think the Patriots are going to get fined, hit hard?
Yeah, the Patriots, man, they America's team, man, All the police won their bets. Yeah. Hernandez won. Honey buns in the jail cell.
Rome 1213 on Instagram. Do you still think Kevin Hart is overrated?
No comment. Who is that?
My Furry Pup on Instagram. Do you consider yourself a metrosexual? What kind of manly beauty routines do you do?
Well, I do. I wash my ass if that's one of them.
Are you a metrosexual?
No, not really. I got hangnails and everything. I try to stay clean, but I try not to use my girl's products.
You're different, Michael.
I am? You use your girl's products?
No, I mean, you're different. No, I don't. I don't know where we are here. Zamiam on Instagram. What will you say, or what would you say at Justin Bieber's roast?
What would I say about Justin Bieber's roast? I didn't see it.
It's not on yet.
What would I say about
What
him?
do you think about Justin Bieber?
I like Justin Bieber. I think...
I like him too.
Yeah, I think he should have got a couple ass whoopings when he was a kid. He would have... That would have paid off right now, but I think he's a good kid.
Zamiam on Instagram also wants to know, are there any jokes you're sick of telling?
F*** you, Zemion, all right? Enough of your
It was Zamiam that.
Zemion.
Yeah.
How does she get 2 questions any damn one?
I don't know how he got to it. What's next for you? Are there any projects you're particularly excited about?
I'm definitely excited about playing the Richard Pryor biopic.
You should be, man.
Yeah, man.
That could be a major, major movie and a major up for your career.
It is.
You're taking on quite a task.
And that's it's amazing that you interviewed him.
I interviewed him twice.
And I'm sitting right here with you right
Next
now.
to me. You are sitting next to me.
Yeah. And I'm interviewing with you.
Thank you, Mike.
He's a bad dude, man.
You're a good dude. Oh, bad is good, right?
Yeah, that's in the
I
hood.
gotta get that. I want to thank my guest, Mike Epps. Check out his new AOL series, That's Racist. And remember, you can find me on Twitter at King's Things. And I'll see you next time. And now we're going to the Weed House.